everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our Daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our Daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 23rd and 24th of January 2022. Starting with very first question. Which Indian has been roped in as the ambassador for ICANN-supported Universal Acceptance Steering Group? So the global internet body ICANN has roped in the Paytm founder Vijay Shekhar Sharma as its ambassador. So this group works on developing and recommending standards for languages script that are not currently used to access the internet. And also he is part of working group formed by the Ministry of Electronics and IT to prepare a roadmap on universal acceptance and multilingual internet. Okay. Now let's see some of the important recent appointments. First of all, Mr. Chanchal Kumar has been appointed as MD of National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited, which works under Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Then Dilip Sanghani is our new chairman, or you can say the 17th chairman of IFFCO. IFFCO stands for Indian Farmers Fertilizer Cooperative, and he has replaced Balwinder Singh Nakai. Okay, so Dilip Sanghani was earlier the vice chairperson. Then apart from it, the senior bureaucrat Vikram Devdutt has been appointed as the chairman and MD of Air India Limited. Okay. Also to remember that Government of India has extended the tenure of Navrang Saini as the interim chairperson of Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India for 3 more months, that is up to 5 March 2022. Also Centre has reappointed Mr. Vijay Paul Sharma as the chairman of CACP, that is Commission for Agricultural Cost and Prices. Now you have to tell me who has been named as the next chief economist of International Monetary Fund. And that person will succeed Geeta Gopinath, who is the first woman to serve as the chief economist of IMF. Please write your answers in the comment section. Now question number 2. Dimitar Kovacevski is the new prime minister of which country? So North Macedonia has elected a new cabinet under a new social democratic leader named as Dimitar Kovacevski. So he has succeeded Zoran Zaev. And the new prime minister announced that his immediate tasks are tackling the ongoing energy crisis and key talks with Bulgaria. Actually, this Republic of North Macedonia is a country in Southeast Europe. Okay. Now let's see some of the important newly elected prime ministers and presidents. First of all, the first female president of Tunisia is Najla Bouden, who has been recently appointed. Then Gabriel Boric has become the youngest president of Chile. Then Czech Republic has appointed Petr Fiala as its new prime minister. Also to remember that Roberta Metsola has been selected as the 3rd woman to head the European Parliament. So do remember that she is the youngest president of the European Parliament. Okay. Then also we have seen that Sabah Al-Khalid Al-Sabah is the new prime minister of Kuwait. So this is the 3rd cabinet of Kuwait in recent times after the previous government resigned in the standoff. Then Vivek Johari has been appointed as chairman of Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, and Al-Raisi has been elected as the president of Interpol. So basically he is the Inspector General of the country UAE. and headquarters of Interpol lies in Lyon, France. Also to remember, Daniel Ortega has recently won a 4th consecutive presidential term in the elections that were held in Nicaragua. Now earlier we have seen that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has approved the reconstitution of his Economic Advisory Council, and Bibek Debroy, who is the president of Indian Statistical Institute, is the chairman of this council. Can you tell me who are the 3 new members to join this council? Please write your answers in the comment section. Question number 3. Which Indian state has joined hands with the World Food Programme to improve food security to the farmers? So the United Nations World Food Programme and the Odisha government have joined hands to improve the food security of small and marginal farmers. So this agreement aims to strengthen the farmers' resilience to climate change, and the WFP and the Agricultural Department will develop toolkits and guidelines to provide services to the small farmers, which constitute nearly 90% of the total value, and they will be guided to adapt to the impact of the climate crisis. Okay. Now talking about Odisha, it was in news because recently it has launched the Student Startup and Innovation Project 2.0 at the International Conference of Academic Institutions 2022. So this aims to financially support the school students in innovation, and it will be implemented for the next 5 years. That means till March 2027. Also, the Chief Minister of Odisha, Mr. Naveen Patnaik, has recently inaugurated the T-Setu, which is the state's longest bridge over Mahanadi River in the Cuttack district. Now, most important thing about Odisha, there is a district in Odisha named as Ganjam, and recently it has declared itself the state's first child marriage free district, and for this it has undertaken a campaign named as Nirbhaya Kadhi, or you can say the fearless bud. Okay, so you can be asked that which is the India's first child marriage free district? Answer would be Ganjam in Odisha. Okay. Question number 4. Which country initiated the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure? So India announced the CDRI at United Nations Climate Action Summit in New York in the year 2019. So the National Disaster Response Force Raising Day is annually marked on 19th of January, and NDRF was formed on the same day in the year 2006. So it functions under the aegis of Ministry of Home Affairs. Okay, so answer will be India. Now let's see some of the important days and themes for the month of December 2021. First of all, on 1st of January, we observe World AIDS Day, and the theme for this year was End Inequalities and AIDS. Sorry, it should be 1st of December, okay. Then 4th of December is observed as Indian Navy Day. Then 7th of December is celebrated as Armed Forces Flag Day. Then on the same day, we also celebrate International Civil Aviation Day. Then 10th of December is marked as Human Rights Day, and the theme for this year was Equality, Reducing Inequalities and Advancing Human Rights. Okay. Then on 14th of December, we celebrate National Energy Conservation Day, and the theme for this year was Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, Energy Efficient India. Then 18th of December is observed as Minorities Rights Day in India. After that, on 22nd of December, we celebrate National Mathematics Day. Then on 23rd of December, we celebrate Kisan Divas, or you can say the National Farmers Day. Can you tell me, this day is observed to commemorate the birthday of which important personality? Then 24th of December is observed as National Consumers Day. And for 2021, the theme was Tackling the Plastic Pollution. After that, on 25th of December, we observe National Good Governance Day. Fine. So these are some of the important days from the month of December. Sorry if I have used the word January in place of December. Question number 5. National Commission for Safai Karamcharis is a body under which Union Ministry? So the Union Cabinet has recently approved the extension of the National Commission for Safai Karamcharis for 3 more years with effect from 1st of April 2022. So this was actually constituted as a statutory body in the year 1994 by the National Commission for Safai Karamcharis Act of 1993. And the tenures have been extended several times. So this works under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. And as per the official data, there were 58,098 manual scavengers identified in the country as on 31st of December 2021. Okay. Now apart from it, do remember that Indore has been declared as India's cleanest city for the 5th time in a row in the Swachh Sarvekshan Awards. Then second was Surat and third was Vijayawada. And talking about the state, the first in this list was Chhattisgarh. Also, the cleanest Ganga town that was declared is Varanasi. Now apart from it, Indian Police Foundation has recently launched the Smart Policing Index 2021. Basically, it measures the public perception, dimensions of trust and citizen satisfaction in the survey. So first in this list was Andhra Pradesh, then second was Telangana, and the third was Assam. Okay. Now you have to tell me who has recently won the 2021 National Book Award for Fiction. Please answer me in the comments. Question number 6. Who are the beneficiaries of the KCR Kit scheme of Telangana? So the state government has launched the KCR Kit scheme for all the pregnant women to provide all necessary items for the pregnant woman and the newborn baby. So the pregnant woman will be provided with financial assistance of 12,000 rupees in 3 phases, and in case of a baby girl, an additional 1,000 rupees will be given. So recently KCR Kit is extended to lactating mothers, and after the implementation of the scheme, institutional deliveries increased by 22% in the state. Now apart from it, India's first BHEL-built coal methanol pilot plant has been inaugurated at Hyderabad, and the capacity of this plant is 0.25 tons per day. So this is producing methanol with purity of more than 99% from high ash Indian coal. Okay. Now Telangana was also in news because recently it has approved a scheme named as Mana Oru Mana Badi. So this is to be implemented in 3 years with a budget of 7,289 crore rupees, and it aims to provide overall development and creation of effective basic infrastructure in the schools across the state. Okay. Now do remember that Telangana stood first in the implementation of Shyam Prasad Mukherjee Rurban Mission. So Sanga Reddy and Kama Reddy districts claim the first and the second positions among the 300 clusters across the country where the program was being implemented. So aim of the scheme is to promote local economic development, enhance the basic services and create the well-planned clusters. Okay. Question number 7. Laokhowa and Burachapori wildlife sanctuaries are located in which state? So a census in Assam's Kaziranga National Park and Tiger Reserve has found that the national park has at least 868 swamp deer, down from 907 that was counted in 2018 due to the 2 of its floods. So in the census of wetland birds, a total of 66,776 numbers of birds of 126 species were enumerated, and out of which 42,205 birds were counted in the Kaziranga National Park, while 24,571 number of birds were counted in Laokhowa and Burachapori wildlife sanctuaries of Assam. Okay, so that's why it was in news. Simply you have to remember that these 2 wildlife sanctuaries are located in the state of Assam. Now Assam was also in news because of its Kachar district. So this district recently carried out Mission Parvarish, which recovered nearly 704 out of 800 children aged between 6 months to 5 years from severely acute malnourishment. So this mission also won Scotch Award. Now also Assam was in news because it has decided to increase the size of Orang National Park to nearly 3 times. So the state is to add 200 square kilometer to it, And this Orang National Park became a tiger reserve in the year 2016. Now, which are the 7 national parks in the state of Assam? First is Dihing Patkai, second is Laokhowa, third is Manas, fourth is Kaziranga, fifth is Nameri, and sixth is Raimona. Do remember that Dihing Patkai is the 7th national park that has recently been included as a national park in the month of June 2021. Okay. Now, can you tell me which is the only floating national park in India? Please answer me in the comments. Question number 8. Which institution releases the Digital Payment Index? So, the Reserve Bank of India releases this index which shows the deepening of payments through digital modes in India. So, the index rose by 39.64% to 304.06% in September 2021 against 217.74 in the month of September in 2020. So, DPI was constructed with March 2018 as the base period, and the RBI DPI comprises total of 5 parameters, which are these. First is payment enablers, then payment infrastructure demand side, then payment infrastructure supply side, then fourth is payment performance, and last is consumer centricity. Okay. Now, apart from it, the Union Cabinet has approved infusion of 1500 crore rupees in Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency Limited, which is a non-banking financial institution that is engaged in promoting, developing and extending the financial assistance for setting up the projects related for new and renewable sources of energy. Headquarters lies in New Delhi and it was founded in the year 1987. Who is the current chairperson? It is Pradeep Kumar Das. Okay. Now, do remember that Paytm Payments Bank Limited became the largest and fastest growing UPI beneficiary in India, as it becomes the first beneficiary bank in the country to achieve the landmark of over 926 million UPI transactions in a single month. Chairman of Paytm Payments Bank Limited is Vijay Shekhar Sharma. Headquarters lies in Noida, Uttar Pradesh. Who's MD and CEO of Paytm? It is Satish Kumar Gupta. Now, talking about RBI, recently it has released the annual report of the Ombudsman schemes for 2020 to 21, which has been prepared for a total of 9-month period, that is from 1st of July 2020 to 31st of March 2021. So, under it, major areas of complaints are related to ATM, then debit cards, after that mobile or electronic banking, etc. So, do remember that Chandigarh received the maximum complaints and it was then followed by Kanpur in Uttar Pradesh and New Delhi. Fine. Can you tell me which zone received the highest number of complaints? Means it was either north, south, east or west. Question number 9. Which state or union territory implements the Desh Ke Mentor program? So, Desh Ke Mentor is a mentorship program under which the students of government schools in New Delhi will be guided to make their career decisions. So, recently new measures have been added to the program by the Delhi government to ensure safety of the children. Also, all the phone conversations between the mentors and mentees will be recorded by the government. Okay. Now, apart from it, talking about New Delhi, the Legislative Assembly of Delhi has recently passed the Delhi Teachers University Bill, which aims to build a world-class teachers training university at Bakkarwala village. Then Delhi Assembly has passed an amendment bill to the Delhi Sikh Gurudwara Act of 1971 to recognize the Takht Damdama Sahib as the 5th Takht of the Sikhs. So, there are now 5 Takht of Sikhs, which are these: 3 in Punjab, then 1 in Maharashtra and 1 in Bihar. Okay. Also, do remember that the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Mr. Manish Sisodia, has handed over the first caste certificate based on the mother's credentials to a single mother. Earlier, SC/ST caste certificates were issued only based on the father's caste certificate or paternal side certificate. So, this is considered as landmark move. Okay. Now, coming to last question. India along with which country signed the Green Strategic Partnership Action Plan 2022-2025. So India and Denmark have agreed to initiate the joint research and development on green fuels, including the green hydrogen. So this is a part of the already adopted Green Strategic Partnership Action Plan 2022-2025, and the India-Denmark Joint Committee discussed the priorities and developments in science, technology and innovation, that is STI, of both the countries, with a special focus on the green solutions. Now apart from it, recently Israel has conducted a successful test of its Arrow 3 anti-ballistic missile system outside the Earth's atmosphere as per the country's defense ministry. And the trial tested a number of capabilities for the missile defense system which can be used immediately by the Israeli Air Force. And 2 Arrow 3 interceptors were fired at the target and they completed their mission successfully. Now apart from it, China takes over the chairship of BRICS from India in the year 2022. And the theme for BRICS 2022 is Foster High Quality BRICS Partnership, Usher in a New Era for Global Development. So a total of 25 events were planned by the BRICS Science, Technology and Innovation Steering Committee, of which India will host a total of 5 events. And talking about BRICS, it is a grouping of 5 emerging nations: Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. South Africa is the latest country to join it. Now do remember that Smriti Mandhana is the only Indian to feature in the ICC Women's T20I Team of the Year for 2021. So there is no player from India's side in this list in men's category, which was topped by Pakistan's Babar Azam. Also Pakistan had 2 more players including Mohammad Rizwan and Shaheen Afridi. Okay. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.